It's a very good question. I think, quite frankly, no, I don't think the society is in its most optimal position. I don't think it's actually serving students to its highest capability. And I think the major aspect of the presidential portfolio addresses is communication. And primarily, I think the AMS does an absolutely horrendous job at communicating the opportunities that exist to students. I think there internally are a lot of flaws within our communication channels that create disparate entities within a supposedly unified organization. I think that is hugely, hugely problematic. If you do not have a unified there is no way that we can actually do any advocacy or any major work for students externally. So I think that is the major component that we have to address. I think on the student engagement point, it's important that students are involved at every stage in the process, and with the way social media and all these other mediums work these days, everything has to do with personalization. And everyone wants something that mirrors who they are, and I think our communication channels and our mediums have to reflect that.
Okay, I will also have to say we are definitely not running at our full capacity. We have a multi-million-dollar organization here with very little visibility. There are so many opportunities. The AMS is a student union. That means students have the opportunities to lead, and yet it's the same small group of people, it's the same type of people that continuously get the same roles. And until we start really allowing people who have the potential to solve our problems, like the fact that our businesses are losing almost $100,000. Until we actually provide channels for your average student to have input and take leadership on that, we are seriously missing out a lot of potential in the student body that we could be using.
I would have to agree with my competitors here. It's not functioning at its full capacity, which I think is a challenge. There's so much opportunity for growth. So we are entering one of our most difficult years. Our businesses aren't doing so well with increasing construction and April Southside demolition. I hold the new sub project very close to my heart. It's been my baby, so I know exactly what's happening. I know what deters students away from building. We're closing off entrances. Our businesses aren't doing well. We need to make sure that we don't expect as much revenue as we did this year. We need to look at our structural financial deficit and figure out ways of how we want to tackle that issue. And with the introduction of BAGB, the Business Administration Governance Board, there's a lot of internal reform. And it's very exciting as one of the current executives of why we let go, for example, 2 directors, why we created the Business Administration Governance Board, and how we can go about recruiting the right type of people to lead our organization and to make sure that the transition of the Business Administration Governance Board is as smooth as possible.